Hey everyone, welcome to Sims, Witches, and Warlocks. I cannot believe I'm actually saying that. I'm really excited about getting into this. But obviously we have our resident supreme here, Ambrose, who doesn't really know much about magic, but knows he's a very powerful witch, or very powerful warlock, I'm sorry. We will have one more person joining this series eventually, but for now, she's kind of taking things back. Jack is arriving, and Newt kind of already went all out and buying a lot of the stuff that they will need for Ambrose to use to help keep the magical realm together. Obviously, the magical realm is somewhere around here. Hold on. Okay, the magical realm, you have to go through this thing to get to the magical realm, and I don't think that they're going to go there quite yet in this episode, just because I think that these guys would want to focus a little bit more on getting Ambrose ready, plus Jack has another issue on his hands because of Azreal. Azreal, in the last episode of Sims Paradise, Jack had kind of in a way threatened her, and that's caused her to want to come after him. And so he says, don't worry, we got people in high tide. So don't know when she's going to strike, but Patches is here as well, guys. Don't worry, Patches is already linked as Ambrose is some familiar. And Newt is here as well. But Newt, where are you going, Brendo? I don't know why they go outside to chat. Maybe they're like, so he's saying, listen, I bought all these tombs for you, and I think that you need to, first of all, we would really greatly appreciate if you would allow us to help you. And by doing that, we need to enlist a little bit of your power. And so if you'd be willing to, could you potentially give us a little bit of your power? And he said, I really don't know how. Honestly, Ambrose said, I really don't know how. He said, I don't even know if I can right now. This has kind of just been blown right onto me. He's like, I don't even know any spells. And he said, so how about this? Since we're going to help you, me and Jack would like you to learn at least 3 spells. So that is what we're going to be focusing on a little bit in this episode. They already got him a wand as well, an ancient wooded wand, and he's going to put that in his inventory. So that's going to be his wand exclusively. And I did indeed already give him some of the aspirations already because I don't know. And I'm trying to find the one that you can actually change your Sims into other, or into so we will dive more into that eventually, but so he's gotten his wand, like that was his wand, and so they said we want you to learn at least 3 spells. So I think it'd be definitely good for him to study some of these spell books that Newt had one out and bought for him. So he's gonna do the Delicioso one first. That just kind of gives them, I believe it gives them food. which is definitely a good thing because these guys don't really know much how to cook. And see, right now he's not even really using anything. Like, he knows he has powers, as you guys can see here, but he's kind of like just using his powers effortlessly without anything to help him. As for Newt and them, they pretty much are using up all their powers right now to pretty much tried everything that they can to keep together the magical realm right now, because obviously Ambrose is here in Glimmerbrook now, but he hasn't been to the magical realm, so he doesn't know how bad it drastically is. Ambrose has learned a new spell, Delicioso, which there is different spells that he can learn. So Delicioso creates a tasty treat within mid-air. So we're going to definitely have to try that out right now. So magic, spells. Oh, he can do Grand Delicioso too. Okay. Why don't we do a Grand Delicioso just to see if it works? And it worked, guys. We got ourselves some fish tacos. So, I mean, that's better than nothing. Why don't we call everybody to the meal, because I'm sure everybody are pretty hungry. And don't worry, guys, in this episode we'll be focusing a little bit more on Ambrose, but Jack and him will have their roles as well in this story, so do not worry about that. There's also food out here I did not realize, but there's grilled fruit. So we'll definitely have to pop that in our refrigerator for somebody to eat as well. Maybe that was a little bit of a thing that Newt was able to do. And the cat is eating the food. So I think Newt is definitely not a question to that at all. So he's going to go ahead and say that's not okay. And we do got to get cat food down, so yeah, I'm going to do that real quick, and then I think we're going to go ahead and pick this up in the morning, because it is kind of late in Sims, so I'll pick this up in the morning. Okay, so we are back. Jack and him are up. Ambrose isn't quite up, but Ambrose did already learn one of his desired spells that these guys want him to learn. Like I said, guys, this episode will be a little bit more focused on Ambrose than the others, because they're trying to get Ambrose to know some of these spells because of the fact that when it comes to doing this with everything, it's going to be difficult. So that's why they said that they want him to learn at least 3 spells. Ambrose is up eating now, so we're going to get him to learn another spell. And then Newt is also a writer, so he has to try and work that as well. But I was kind of thinking that while that happens, Ambrose, we need to change up your aspiration, because I believe there might be a new one for magic. I could be off with that. Like, I could be... There it is. The spellcraft. 1. He has to travel to the magical realm. And he learned a spell, and he's already a spellcaster, so... he has to travel to the magical realm as his next thing, which we're going to do in the next episode, so don't worry about that. But once he's done eating, I think we're going to look and see for another spell that we can do. Oh, by the way, guys, it is winter. It happened overnight. I didn't expect it to happen overnight, but it did. So I guess it's, in a way, a good thing that we decided to move before winter happened. So, Ambrose, since you're done there, bud, why don't you go and try and learn another spell? And there's one in particular out here that I think might help you with it, but I'm not sure. Oh, it's too simple for him. Okay. Well, I know this is mac and cheese in that cauldron, but I don't even know who made it. Who did make this? Oh, Newt made it. Okay. Is there any tombs up here? There. I know I placed them all over the place. Necrocall is a good one. That helps bring, like, you can call a fourth ghost once they're in their final resting spot. There's some more over here I see too. Study magical tomb. Okay, there's a high ranked one in there, so. Maybe he'll have to read the high ranked one, and maybe that'll teach him a curse or a spell as well. But for now, he's gonna read this Necrocall one. That should help him a little bit with his another spell. Again, very much like doing the lazy thing, not actually holding the book, but still kind of a little neat. But as Newt heads into work, we're going to get him to work hard. Jack here is kind of taking a chill day, but Jack has plans, and he doesn't want people to know what's been going on really between him and Azrael, but he already did tell Newt about it, but he's going to go ahead and ask over Fatia, because Fatia is the other person that will be moving in with us then. She he also learned Nectar Call, so that's good. Let's see what this does exactly, because I'm not really, I know it does something with a ghost. So it summons ghosts from their dead, from their final resting place. Okay, one I really want him to learn is De-Deathify, because I do think that he would do something. There's a couple people here. Who's this? Daryl Charm and Amelia and Erdvist. Okay, so Jack, why don't you go ahead and let them in? Friendly and Tomax is here as well. These are resident witches and warlocks, I'm assuming, because they obviously know who we are. But they're welcoming us to the fam. So Jack's taking care of that, while Ambrose is going to be focusing a little bit more on another spell. And that spell, I was kind of thinking he could read the high-ranked oh, okay, they have other books in here. He also got a book called Famous Spellcasters Throughout History. Interesting. And the Scorpion Fish. As well as a Glimmerstone. Interesting. This is always use this wand. He's gonna read this. Maybe this will teach him something. I don't know if it will or not. But I mean, you never know. And then if not, he's going to have to read another tomb. Because they want him to learn at least 3 spells. So far, he's shown them that he learned at least 1. He doesn't know how he's going to do the other one yet. But I do have something planned. And there's a couple people walking around out here, which is fun. Is that Jessica? Oh, Jessica came to visit. So what? We should definitely invite her in. Ambrose is going to go talk to her and invite her in. Jessica would be actually Ambrose's... Would it be his aunt? Definitely don't think you should keep this out in the open now. Okay. So, while she sticks around and all that, Ambrose is going to learn at least one more spell because he needs to do that. So, what's this book right here? That's Delicioso. We already did that one. We need... There's the floral one, but I think that one might be a little bit hard because of it being winter. There's a couple up here. What are these? Decursify and Morphiate. So Morphiate might be a little bit cooler one to learn. That changes Sims into an inanimate object. So, okay, so we are back. So he's going to go ahead and take care of the third spell that he needs to learn, which he's going to do Nephrimate, or Morphidate, or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce the word. But he also has to use the restroom, so we might have to wait till he uses the restroom. And so, please do not use the restroom on yourself. Oh, he was thinking of somebody. Okay, that's fine. But, I was just looking around the house as well, and I realized that Newt got a lot of familiars in here. Maybe Newt has been, like, collecting a lot of this stuff for a while, obviously, and he knew something like this was going to happen. Maybe he has a little bit of help. I don't even really see this one. That's the skull. There's also this red one here. That's neat as well. Maybe he would give one to the boys once they need it, but Ambrose obviously, or Jack, Ambrose don't really need one though, because he got patches, but you never know. But there's one thing that we do need to do, and so he's going to go ahead and he has learned Morphidate. It's not letting me invite Noah over. I don't know why. Maybe he's around here somewhere. I don't know. But I'm hoping that it soon lets me because I need something from Noah. So I don't know how well that's going to go. Anywho, so he might have to learn at least another spell because of the fact that I don't know if he'll be able to show the one to them quite yet. Maybe they're not too happy that he would learn that one quite yet. So maybe that's why he's kind of like, I don't know about showing him this. This is another one. This is the Tomb of Magical Aura. So that's quite interesting. We also found another tomb right here. What's this one? Oh, that's the Necrocall one. What's this? High ranked. He seems to be putting a bunch of these books in to other people's rooms. Not a good thing. But, Decursify, I don't know if that's a good one. We might actually have to go and find another one. Because I don't know if there is any other ones that is around, honestly. I might have to go over to the magical realm. Technically, he learned 3 spells, though, so I don't know. Maybe... Okay, maybe he will say, okay, he's gonna talk to Jack and say, listen, I learned 3 spells, but the one I don't have nothing to teach you or to show you guys about it yet, and I just don't want you to believe that I didn't learn the spell. And so he's like, what's the other spell that you learned? And he said, Morphiate. He's like, so I'm ready. He said, whenever you are. So he's going to turn Jack into something. Hopefully it works. So it did. He turned Jack into this little gnome. But don't worry, Jack will be turned back. He will be back to normal in about 2 hours. So that is fine. But he had to do it because he wanted to show him that it did. And he did tell him he learned another one. And I think Jack took it as like he actually did. So the other one we need to wait for because I need a grave. And one particular person I was going to use it with, I need Noah because Noah is the one that has the grave. And in addition to that, maybe discard this content. He has all these different like potions and stuff. And I wish it would tell you. Some of them it does, some of it won't tell you. As perk purging. These are like other ones. I don't know. I wish it would tell you what it is though. So he's gotten rid of that. He's going to experiment. I don't know what that means, but okay, we're just going to try it. He's going to experiment. Newt is home. So Newt's going to come up here and see, he doesn't even have to use his hands to stir anymore. But he's going to come up here and he's like, so do you think that you are ready for the magical realm? And he's like, honestly, so I see you've been working at it. And Jack had told me via text message that you've learned your 3 spells. Are you ready to go to the magical realm? And he said, if you guys think I'm ready, then I'm ready. And so, with that said, he said that I know you already have a he discovered a bottle of rejuvenation. What does that do? I'm not really sure. So alchemy is the study of that. It's a potion that allows a sim to remain at their current age. Ooh, okay, that's quite interesting. So, if he really wanted to, he could actually remain a young adult for the rest of his life if he chooses to. And I was kind of thinking maybe he would. But I was also want to look at this spellbook a little bit more and see which ones I really want him to learn. So I'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, so he's going to give him the gift of a fairy. Okay, so when he gives him this gift, he's going to be, he's like, so since I showed that you're actually putting an effort in, I wanted to give you something. This is a familiar from the magical realm. It is a fairy. I know you don't really understand and you're not really too big on the magical realm, but it's desperately going to help you. And he said, I already got a familiar. He said, I understand that, but the more familiars you have, the better. He said, just check her out. And I think I'm going to name her Daisy. So we're actually going to see Daisy real quick. Wherever he gets up here. We don't... Magic. Familiars. Summon familiar. So he's going to go ahead and summon Daisy. Daisy. So this is Daisy, guys. It's literally like a little butterfly type thing. But it's kind of a nice little gift for him to putting in all the effort that he has so far. In the next episode, we'll actually go on over to the magical realm. But I think we'll actually end it out here. So far, these guys are kind of taking things slow. They're trying to get Ambrose pushed back into learning all these different spells, because they desperately need him to learn these spells in order for this stuff to work and what they need to do work, and that is to keep the world together of the magical realm. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace, and I'll see you guys all next week for another episode of Sims Witches and Warlocks. Peace.